Think this what they've been waiting for? Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Gangsters moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was winning? Jackson on these, so like Papa on this finish. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose ain't the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can and me casting grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new, she'll ride like my ghost.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to South Mountain High School here in South Phoenix, Arizona. It is the Jaguars of South Mountain High School hosting the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. We're live here on the Epic Sports Network for another edition of Thursday Night Football. We are so glad you joined us here this evening. South Mountain High School, the site of this battle here in the 5A division. James Poovey coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, this one's been on the calendar for a while now. It's late October. The weather is finally cooling off, and this should be an absolutely fun night of Arizona high school football here on a Thursday evening.
Absolutely, JP. The Jaguars just celebrated senior night, homecoming night. It's a beautiful night out here, as you mentioned, with the weather. Two teams that are in a trajectory downward, if you want to say. Browne coming into the season, coming to this game 1-7, losers of 7 straight. South Mountain 2-6 on the season. So both of these teams desperately need a win as they head into their final games of the season.
They do indeed. We're about ready for tonight's national anthem here on the Epic Sports Network. We'll step aside and let the public address announcer take over here at South Mountain High School and get you ready for tonight's kickoff.
Arizona flag is cadet, second lieutenant. What's up, baby? How you doing? Good. The trail rifle is cadet, second lieutenant.
We're about ready to roll here from South Mountain High School in Phoenix. We're about ready for tonight's kickoff between the Jaguars and the Bruins. We'll step aside, take a brief commercial timeout, and return for tonight's edition of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. We'll actually keep it right here for tonight's coin toss as you see the captains coming to midfield there.
And the Jaguars come into this contest 2-6 with the loss to Camelback 27-21. So both teams are looking to get back in the win column. We'll see what happens tonight.
South Mountain has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. South Mountain coming out tonight in their all blue look, white numbers trimmed in red.
As we mentioned at the top, South Mountain coming to the game with a 2-6 record. Of course, this is a 5A Metro game, 1-2 in the 5A Metro. Browne, the Bruins, losers of 7 straight. They're 1-7, 0-3 in the 5A Metro. So yeah, it's desperation. Even though this is the next to the last game for both of these football teams, they would love to get a victory to get here and end up the season next week. But it's all about the next 48 minutes of football here at South Mountain High School.
It should be a fun 48 minutes. We're so glad to join us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Trevor Browne coming out tonight in an all-white look, the white pants with brown and orange piping down the side. Good look there for Trevor G. Browne. Brown numbers, obviously, with their very Cleveland Brown-like looking orange helmets.
Yes.
For Trevor G. Browne under the direction of Coach Francisco Rangel.
And if you want to go NFL, South Mountain, they're looking like the old Houston Oilers.
Yes, they are. It looks like we're watching Oilers Browns here tonight.
Yes.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Yes. I love those baby blues when the Oilers had it.
Yes, an old AFC Central battle.
Oh, goodness, yes.
What that would be right
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
In the Astrodome, or are we in the Astrodome tonight, or are we in the Dog Pound tonight? I think we're in the Astrodome.
We're in the Astrodome tonight.
Judging by the blue in the end zones, right? We are underway here from South Mountain. The ball fielded at the 20-yard line, up across the 30, room to run, out across the 35-yard line. A nice return there for the South Mountain Jaguars. Leonard Elliott on the return, 5'9", 155-pound junior, getting it done as we are underway here from South Mountain High School. Ball rests at the 36-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the South Mountain Jaguars.
Elliott, one of those two-way players, running back, defensive back, 5'9", 155 pounds. He's got 2 interceptions and 17 tackles on the defensive side of things, JP.
First and 10, Jaguars from their own 36. They'll hand it off. They run it up the gut. A gain of maybe a half a yard at best. On the carry for South Mountain, that was Damian Ruiz Graham. Adrian Luna, the quarterback, 5'10", 170 pounds in there for South Mountain. He was given the handoff that time to Adrian Luna, or correction, to Damian Ruiz Graham. Stopped on the play there by Ravante Hill, the junior defensive lineman for Trevor G. Browne.
We'll talk a lot about Ravante Hill. He's had a phenomenal season so far for the Bruins.
We called his name a lot last season during Thursday Night Football. We were out there at Trevor G. Browne as they battled the Westwood Warriors. Now we have a penalty flag on the play here on second down and 10.
Stoppage on the play. Looks like we're just clearing up some things.
So no penalty flag. They blow us once again ready for play, and a gorgeous-looking scoreboard here tonight, Ed, at South Mountain High School. It looks like it's brand new, bright LED lighting here. Second and 10 now for South Mountain. They break the huddle 2-by-1 on the outside. Once again, a stoppage of play. As it could be something to do with equipment possibly, Ed. Maybe a chin strap out of place, something of that sort. Not exactly sure. 10:49 remaining here in our first quarter. So glad to join us here tonight on the Epic Sports Network for the final week, if you can believe it, of Thursday Night Football before it's playoff time here on the Epic Sports Network. Second down and 10 now for South Mountain. Two receivers to the far side, a low snap, they hand it off, and Graham is cut down behind the line of scrimmage by Manny Campos. Campos knifing in there from his defensive end position, and an excellent stop, a tackle for loss right there for 2-yard loss. 3rd and 12 upcoming here now for the Jaguars.
Great job by Campos, knifing through that offensive line and getting to the running back and bringing him down. Textbook tackling by number 11. Love to see that defensive aggression by Campos.
Great job there throwing himself at the ball carrier. A 3rd and 12 here now for South Mountain. They go to the air. He's got a target. It falls incomplete. Bakeweed Taylor was the intended target for South Mountain, and well covered on the play there by the Trevor G. Browne defensive back crew, led that time by Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez, also number 3, Eric Washington, coming to the game with 6 passes defense. He's got an interception. He's 4th in the league, 4th in the team on the team in tackles with 40. So this is a young man who's been lighting it up from a defensive standpoint for Browne at that defensive back spot. Bruins hold, and they force a punting situation. Good job by the defense being aggressive.
R.J. Strickland was back deep to receive. Trouble with the snap, and then it's recovered and into the end zone for the touchdown. A blocked punt turned into a touchdown there by the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. And I'm trying to confirm the number on that young man as he's running back to the sideline. Cormarian McNeil, it looks like the sophomore, with the punt block and the recovery there for the Bruins. How about that?
Wow, so their defense comes up strong in the first drive, and their special teams comes up even stronger to force that turnover situation for the Jaguars, and the Bruins take over. They get a score. They get on the board immediately, less than 2.5 minutes into the game, and they get on the board courtesy of their defense and their special teams. Great start for the Browne Bruins.
Absolutely fantastic start for the Bruins. Miguel Fierro, the junior, on now for the PAT. 9:35 remaining here in our first quarter. The extra point is up and good. Our score with 9:31 remaining in our first quarter. 9:35 remaining in the first quarter. The Trevor G. Browne Bruins 7 and the South Mountain Jaguars 0. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next right here on the Epic Sports Network.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network. We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. The Trevor G. Browne Bruins on the board first, courtesy of a punt block from Cormarian McNeil, the super sophomore, and he puts the Bruins on the board first here. 9:35 remaining in our first quarter. They kick it away. This one fielded near the 30-yard line by number 30, Bishop Minter. And that'll put the Jaguars in pretty good field position one more time here to start this drive.
But, James, a really good start for the Bruins. Their defense holds up, forces a 3-and-out situation. Then their special teams forces that turnover on the punt muff, punt block, whatever you want to call it. Kamarion McNeil was the guy right there to pick up the football and take it into the end zone. So the Browns, the Browne Bruins, losers of 7 straight, this is the way you want to start it off. And hopefully for them, they hope, is the way they break a 7-game losing streak by getting off to a strong, fast start.
That's exactly right. They go back to work on offense now. Trips right for Adrian Luna on 1st down and 10. They swing it out near side, trying to find Donovan Norfleet. The 6'1", 160-pound senior, unable to corral that one. 2nd and 10 upcoming here now for Coach Byron Evans and the South Mountain Jaguars.
Solid coverage by the defensive back, number 7, R.J. Strickland, coming into the game. He's got 3 interceptions and 7 passes defense, so he's really solid on that back end for the Browne Bruins.
9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Special shout out to our Epic Sports Network crew on site here this evening. My boys Brecken and Dallas manning camera number 2 in the scorebug. Jamal Gumo's up top on our main shot tonight. As the Jaguars motion into a wing right, they hand it off. Trying to go off tackle one more time. That Browns defense coming in there. Number 23, Franklin Medina on the carry. And one more time, that Browne defense. I said Browns defense because those jerseys, they look so much like the Cleveland Browns.
They do. They do.
Knifing through there, and once again, this front for Trevor G. Browne is effective here in this first quarter.
They're going to have to be if they again want to break a 7-game losing streak. They're going to have to keep aggression on that front three.
3rd and 9 here. They swing it out into the flat. It's complete. Jamius Griffin getting himself into the action here for South Mountain on senior night, but it's going to be short of the line to gain. The clock runs with 8.5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. So glad to join us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Tomorrow night, another edition of the Friday Night Red Zone right here on the Epic Sports Network. That starts at 7 p.m., and I will take you all around the Grand Canyon State. A lot of outstanding matchups as we get ready to wrap up region play here in State 48. 2 more weeks, Ed, if you can believe it, left in the regular season before that postseason march begins.
Wow, JP, it's been a long season, but it's been a quick season to get us to the playoffs
all
already.
All at the same time, right?
Yeah, long but quick at the same time.
Yes.
Got a penalty on South Mountain.
It's always that way in football season, though, isn't it? We take so much time getting prepared, putting the schedule together, getting all the equipment dusted off and ready to go, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's week 9, it's week 10, here we are.
Yes.
Man.
And we're about to call some playoff games in a few weeks.
Yes, we are. We're going to have a first-round and a second-round playoff game right here on Friday night, November the 10th, and Friday night, November 17th, right here on the Epic Sports Network. So stay tuned. We will be out on Friday nights in 2 more weeks. This one has popped up. Do you like that baseball reference right there, Ed, with the Diamondbacks getting ready to start World Series game number 1 tomorrow night? And I've got to tell you, my friend, I'm torn.
I know you are, being a Texas native.
I'm from Dallas. I grew up going to the old Arlington Stadium, watching Nolan Ryan and all those guys pitch. I was there the night he got a hold of Robin Ventura, if you remember that.
Yes.
Got him in a headlock there.
Yep, I remember that.
So, but very proud as well of the Diamondbacks and the run that they're having this season as well.
So proud of them. They've had very few playoff home games, but they've been road warriors. For them to go to Philly and win games 6 and 7 to advance to the World Series, that's unheard of. What a great job by that young baseball team.
It just shows you, folks, when we talk about playoffs, all you got to do is get a ticket to the dance, and anything is possible after that.
That's right.
Trevor G. Browne now off to the races. An outstanding gain on the play right there. The quarterback, Nico Alvarez, for Trevor G. Browne. And he's got to feel good right now, marching his way into Jaguars territory here with a 7-0 lead as we approach 7 minutes remaining in quarter number 1.
Oh, yeah, Alvarez, he's just got to take his offense, continue to drive. As you mentioned, they are in Jaguars territory. Continue to move the football and push it down the field.
2 receivers to each side now. They swing it near side, complete. The ball's loose. It came out on the big hit. It was jarred out, and it's recovered by the South Mountain Jaguars. Oh, no. They say the Bruins maintained possession somehow. Carlos Quinones, the wide receiver, able to recover that ball for the Bruins, and that was really, really close right there. It looked like South Mountain might have had a chance on it for a second.
I think so. I love the aggressive play by that Jaguars defense to come up there and stick Carlos Quinones, force the football out, but unfortunately for them, they weren't able to recover the football. But still, that aggression I like to see from that defense.
You love to see that, and that was the pop that jarred that thing loose right there from the Jaguars defensive squad. 3rd and we'll call it 6 here for the Bruins. Trips left. The shotgun snap. He sets the feet, goes far side. He's got a man beyond the line to gain. And that was to Jacob Aldaco. Or correction, That was number 3, Eric Washington, on the reception for Trevor G. Browne. And that's good for a Bruins first down.
Great job by the offensive line of the Bruins to hold for Alvarez to survey the field and see that Eric Washington was open over there on the right side. Alvarez with a great accurate throw to Washington. Washington with great hands. So it's all offensive line, quarterback, and wide receiver for a positive play like that.
First down and 10 now for Trevor G. Browne. They hand it off. They try to cut it back, almost gets clothesline there, does Eric Washington, but a penalty flag on the play, and I believe that could be a face mask up there that's going to be upcoming here.
I think they will
shortly.
call that. Yeah, I think they will call that face mask. The defender got a little bit up there, and Washington's helmet got a little bit of that face mask, and I'm sure that's what the call will be, and that's what it is.
Face mask
Face mask penalty against the Jaguars.
assessed to South Mountain.
That yardage will be added to the end of the run. That'll be enough for a Trevor Browne first down. The ball will be spotted at the 21-yard line.
Though the Bruins will march further into Jaguars territory here, up 7-0.
For the Jaguars.
5:42 remaining in quarter number 1. So glad to join us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. A shotgun snap, a handoff to Washington. He's got room to run. Tries to make a move on a defender at the 10-yard line.
Another give to Washington.
And I believe that was number 61 on the stop there for South Mountain, Curtis Turner, the senior, coming up and making a play here on senior night. That was a great open field stick.
Curtis Turner's been making plays all season long, heading to 70 tackles. He's number 1 on the football team, 3 TFL. So Curtis Turner having a fantastic senior season for the Jaguars.
First and goal now for Trevor Browne. Timeout on the field, called by Coach Rangel and the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You are watching Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More to come from South Mountain High School here in just a bit.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a...
Because they're coming.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. 5:01 remaining here in our first quarter. So glad to join us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. The Trevor G. Browne's Bruins threatening now here. First down and goal upcoming. They hand it off. Washington gets the call. He's going to bend it to the outside and into the end zone for the touchdown. Eric Washington on the scamper that time for the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. And they are up just like that, 13-0 with the PAT pending here over the South Mountain Jaguars. And this Browne offense off to a ripping start here, Ed.
Yes, they are. Adrian Zarate, Francisco Alvarez, Steven Sanchez, Mario Barajas, Sergio Guerrero. That entire offensive line blocked really well, but Washington took it off left tackle and left guard. They opened up a hole just wide enough for Eric Washington to get through and easily scamper into the end zone for the score.
You know what's funny, Ed? They don't even list Washington as a running back here on the depth chart. He's listed as a DB, and let me tell you, this guy has got some scoots. He can get to the edge in a hurry. They go with a conversion attempt that's in there. It's no good. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find Luis Fierro. And with 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining here in our first quarter, the Trevor G. Browne Bruins leading the South Mountain Jaguars 13-0. We'll keep it right here. And right now, impressive opening half-quarter performance here for the Bruins.
And that's what we always say as far as our keys to victory. Most likely, more often than not, throughout the 10 weeks of the season and the playoffs, it's how you start off. You want to start off fast, especially if you're Browne. You're coming on the road. You've lost 7 straight. You desperately need to get a victory as you head to the end of the season. Some kind of hope that you can have going into next season. So this is a perfect way for them to start off. They start off first drive against South Mountain. They shut them down. They get a turnover on special teams. They get into the end zone. They get the ball back on offense through changing of plays, and then Eric Washington gets a run to the end zone. Fantastic start for the Bruins. Couldn't start off any faster or any better for them.
Now the Bruins will kick it away. A high end-over-end kick. Fielded near the 25, had trouble with it. They scoop it up. They're going to go far side now. They got a couple blockers. And finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Jacob Aldaco on the return. And once again, South Mountain will have their offense in pretty good field position here, and we'll see if they can get this engine going for Coach Evans and the Jaguars.
Aldaco had a little bit of trouble fielding that football, but he got it. And the best thing for him, he didn't turn the football over, and he actually got a pretty good run out of it.
So they start once again at their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side. They hand it off. A nice head of steam right there. Number 5, quarterback Daquan Morton. And he hands it off that time to Franklin Medina. Medina out there looking like Keith Byers.
Yeah.
Running that football to the far side, get those big shoulder pads bouncing up on top of those shoulders.
I see that Philadelphia Eagles reference you
like
want to talk
that?
about. Yes.
You like that? I thought you might like that.
Yeah, I like Keith Byers.
Coach Byron Evans, a former Philadelphia Eagle back in the day for the Mean Green Eagles. And didn't they have some kind of defense back in the day with the Minister of Defense leading the charge? Rest in peace, Reggie White.
Yes, RIP 92. Man, he was great.
He was great.
One of the greatest
indeed.
to ever do it.
Can't wait to pass that rookie card on to the young fellas over here after I check out one day, Ed.
That won't be for a long time.
It'll be for a while.
Yeah,
That's right.
That'll be a long time.
That's right. 3rd down and 3 upcoming here for South Mountain. Can they convert and keep the chains moving? A low snap. They have trouble with the mesh. And somehow Daquan Morton able to get on top of the football there for the Jaguars. And so that'll bring up a 4th down here. And will the offense stay on the field here for Morton and the offense?
Bad handoff between Morton and Franklin Medina. And Medina, you saw he's on the ground. He smacked the ground because he was frustrated. That was the handoff that they should have gotten. He may have gotten a few yards, but the handoff wasn't good between the quarterback and the running back.
Trouble with the mesh there as the clock continues to wind. 3 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. They will keep the offense on the field here. 4th down and 8. Morton looks to throw. He's under pressure, and he goes down for a sack. How about the pursuit there from Trevor G. Browne?
That's that guy, Ravonte Hill.
Ravonte Hill right there for Trevor G. Browne.
JP, let me gladly give out some numbers from Hill this season. Number 1 on the team in tackles, now heading towards 70 tackles, 18 TFLs right now, 10.5 sacks. This kid's number 13 in the state in sacks, now with 10.5. Number 13 in the state. That is a stat for you.
That is coming off the edge right there.
Yes.
For the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. They have another gentleman, Ralph Bernard,
yes,
who was playing there last season, and it looks like that defensive line just continuing to dominate for Trevor G. Browne and Coach Rangel. Now they're back on offense here. A swing pass complete and a couple of very important yards after the catch there for Trevor G. Browne. That was Miguel Ferrero on the reception. And Fierro, not the first time we called his number here tonight.
No, sir. So far, everything working, all 3 phases working really well for the Bruins. Special teams started it off well, offense, defense, so everything is clicking on all cylinders so far for the Browne Bruins. Can they continue to keep this pace up, JP? That's the main question.
We'll see. They're looking pretty good so far here this evening. 2nd and short now for Nico Alvarez and the offense. Alvarez surveys. He's got time to go to the air. He does. And into the end zone for the touchdown. Look at that score for Carlos Quinones. And Quinones able to get that ball way out there. And I tell you what, he had to really get full extension to be able to haul that one in, but the protection was outstanding from the offensive line.
Yeah, offensive line held up really well for Nico Alvarez, so he could, again, sit back there, survey the field, find that Carlos Quinones was wide open over the middle. He just lofted it up there. Quinones, as you mentioned, extended his body about as far as he could and made a fantastic catch as he was going to the end zone. He made it easier than it looks.
He really did. That was a great grab.
Great catch.
Fierro stays on the field for the PAT try. It's no good. Our score 19-0 Bruins with 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next here on the Epic Sports Network.
Fire up the lights. It's high school football. Streaming live on EasyTV.com. Friday Night Red Zone brings you all the action from divisions across the state. See your kids, your neighbors. Tomorrow's stars today. Friday Night Red Zone on EasyTV.com.
1:55 left in the first quarter. It's all Trevor Browne. It's all Browne. 19-0. Punt, fumble, return. Eric Washington with a touchdown run. Carlos Quinones with a fantastic touchdown catch just before we went to the break, folks. So the Browne Bruins are rolling in all three phases of football tonight, JP.
Yes, they are. They are dominating right now here, at least in this first quarter. 19 points on the board so far, and we haven't even reached the end of quarter number one. Miguel Fierro, one of these ATHs for Coach Rangel and the Bruins. Here comes South Mountain now across the 20-yard line, out into the 25, still on his feet. That is Leonard Elliott. And Elliott with a nice return there once again. Special teams looking pretty good for Coach Evans and the Jaguars here this evening.
Yeah, but they just need to get their offense to look as good as their special teams. They've got to find a way to get to this defense and force the football down the field, get some plays, get some drives going to put some pressure on that defense, and for them, get into the end zone. It's that simple. Bruins up 19-0 as we head toward the end of the first quarter, 1:48 left to go. So far, it's been a whitewash for the Bruins, 19-0. Punt fumble return by Kamarion McNeil. Eric Washington with a touchdown run. Carlos Quinones with a touchdown catch. So that's the scoring up to date, folks.
Stay on him, Breck. 1st and 10 Jaguars now as penalty flags fly one more time. There you see Coach Byron Evans in your screen. Had the pleasure of coaching his son, Byron Evans Jr. over there at Phoenix Christian High School, a standout linebacker who went on to play at Northern Arizona University for the Lumberjacks and coach Chris Ball. A 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 now here for the Jaguars. And you just keep waiting for them to get this offensive engine going here tonight.
Yeah, and you've got the guy there to do it. DeQuan Morton's got almost 1,200 yards of all-purpose yards, throwing the football and running the football. So let's see if he can get his offense going, get that engine started for the Jaguars.
1st down and 15 now. Morton drops back. He's got the protection. A little touch pass. There we go. Across the 40-yard lines. Complete to Bakewee Taylor. Stopped on the play there by Eric Washington, and like that, just on cue, the Jaguars moved the chains for a South Mountain 1st down.
Very nice throw from Morton to Taylor. He sat back there in the pocket and saw that Taylor opened over the middle, just softly throws it over there, just lofts it up there. Pretty throw, good catch by Taylor.
And a shout out to the Zoom H4N tonight, doing double duty tonight here on the Epic Sports Network.
This little thing?
How fantastic is it? And minimal real estate taken up there as well.
Technology gets smaller and smaller.
Isn't it outstanding? Morton goes to the air one more time, far side now. A turn and catch at the 35-yard line. And Bakewee Taylor one more time showing you the prowess here tonight for the South Mountain Jaguars. Oh my gosh, the acrobatic athleticism on display.
So Morton and Taylor are on fire on the last couple of plays. Offensive line holds for Morton. He can sit back there in the pocket, survey safely back there in the pocket, sees Taylor, throws it up there, just throws it up into the night sky, and Taylor comes down with it with a defensive back draped all over him.
What an amazing reception there by Bakewee Taylor. And the senior making the most of it here on senior night. The Jaguars on the march, Ed. 1st down and 10. Morton's going to run it himself across the 30, lowers the headgear, Out near the 20-yard line he goes. And you mentioned it a moment ago, he's got the yards passing, but also able to run it if necessary.
Oh, yeah, coming to the game, 108 rushes for Morton. He's the leading rusher on the team, almost 600 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. So Morton can get it done through the air, as we've seen over the last couple of plays, and he can get it done with his legs, as we saw on that last play. He can churn out yards or he can bust off long ones. It's an encouraging drive so far for the Jaguars, a drive that they needed in the worst way, being down 19 points in the first quarter. Daquan Morton, as we see the penalty flags come out.
Offsides is the early indication here. That'll be assessed to the defense. It is indeed on Trevor G. Browne, so you can talk about the momentum starting to shift here at the end of this first quarter. You see South Mountain saying, hey, we got to dig our heels in and get ourselves back in this football game, and now they have 7 more seconds here to have one more crack at the end zone here before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it is tough to be down 19-0. Pretty much as soon as the lights come on, you're down 19-0 as we head toward the second quarter. But there's still 3 more quarters of football left for the Jaguars.
That's the end of our first quarter, 19-0. The Bruins on top of the Jaguars. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next right here on the Epic Sports Network.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Folks, welcome back to South Mountain High School. The Jaguars are down 19-0 as we head into the second quarter. Daquan Morton hands the football off to Franklin Medina, his running back. He tries to take it off the right side of the offensive line, but nothing doing as that Bruins defense just swarms him and gets another TFL. Just to get you update, folks, how we got to 19-0. Kamarion McNeil gets a punt fumble recovery in the first quarter to start off the scoring for the Bruins, puts them up 7-0. Eric Washington with a touchdown run puts them up 13-0. And Carlos Quinones with a fantastic touchdown catch to put them up 19-0. So that's where we are so far right now. But South Mountain, the Jaguars are driving. They're inside Browne's, I want to say Trevor G. Browne, inside Browne territory, 11:34 and counting here in the second quarter as we just started. Daquan Morton lofts the football up in the end zone, and his wide receiver catches the touchdown pass. Bakwi Taylor with a fantastic touchdown catch in the end zone. It's been the Daquan Morton and Bakwi Taylor show so far on this drive. Their third completion, their third connection on this drive. This time it's for pay dirt as Morton sits back in the pocket. His offensive line gives him protection, gives him time to see Taylor. Taylor back in the end zone. JP, fantastic throw and catch from Morton to Taylor. Great connection, the third connection of the drive.
How about it? Now the Jaguars getting on the board here, making this a football game.
Yes, sir.
You'd love to see it. 11:27 remaining here in our first half now. And the big fella on for the PAT, Christopher Corona Rodriguez, swings the right leg through, and it's up and true. Our score, the South Mountain Jaguars get themselves on the board. They got 7. The Trevor G. Browne Bruins 19. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next here on the Epic Sports Network.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express.
Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Welcome back, folks. 19-7, Browne over South Mountain getting into the end zone for a score finally. The Bruins on the return, number 7, R.J. Strickland getting a nice run off the left side. He goes down the sidelines. He continues the run.
Strickland all the way. He's going to house it. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Trevor Browne. Oh, my goodness.
As quick as the Bruins, as quick as the Jaguars get on the scoreboard, one play on special teams, R.J. Strickland takes it all the way down the field, hits that left sideline, tiptoes down the sideline for the touchdown. Fantastic score. Again, on special teams, their special teams coming up big in the first quarter, and so far early in the second quarter, they get another score.
Oh, my goodness. R.J. Strickland, the senior, on the house call right there. Ed, with the touchdown calls here tonight, you had a touchdown call. I was up there in the booth trying to get the information to the PA guy, and then we come back, and just after that, a house call return for Trevor G. Browne. Wow, some fireworks out here in South Phoenix this evening, just north of South Mountain.
Yes, sir.
You could say. Trevor G. Browne, number 2 on the scamper, far side with it, and he is stopped on the play.
2-point conversion, no good.
That's Nico Alvarez, the quarterback. He tried to get in, but great coverage there by the Jaguars defense to deny him a shot into the end zone.
Jaguars 7, Bruins 25 with 11 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
The Bruins looking really good so far for JP, 25-7 so far in the second quarter.
They are rolling just inside our second quarter. We'll step aside, take a brief timeout, and return for more Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Fire up the lights. It's high school football. Streaming live on EasyTV.com. Friday Night Red Zone brings you all the action from divisions across the state. See your kids, your neighbors. Tomorrow's stars today. Friday Night Red Zone on EasyTV.com.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School. The Bruins of Trevor G. Browne on top 25-7. 11 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in our first half. So glad to join us this evening on the Epic Sports Network. Don't forget, tomorrow night, another edition of the Friday Night Red Zone. We got some great matchups for you tomorrow night, and we're going to show you that grade 8 here in just a little bit, as there are some epic games tomorrow night coming up for the Friday Night Red Zone. This one fielded at the 5. South Mountain out to the 25-yard line. It goes.
Number 17, Leonard Elliott.
Elliott on the return there for the South Mountain Jaguars.
First down, Jaguars.
And once again, we'll see if they can get this offensive engine in gear here.
James, I'm telling you, they're going to have to get this offense going because the Bruins are explosive and they're feeling really good about themselves right now. Special teams getting them 2 scores, and their offense looking really good. R.J. Strickland with that long kickoff return for the touchdown. Carlos Quinones with a touchdown catch. Great catch. Eric Washington with a touchdown run. So far, everything's working really well so far for the Bruins. 11:06 left to go. They're up 17. 11:06 left to go before halftime as the Jaguars take over on offense.
First down and 10 for South Mountain now. 2-by-1 on the outside. For Morton, he comes near side with it. A high point and a catch beyond the 30-yard line. Jamias Griffin on the reception. And how about that play? Climbing the ladder, going up there and pulling that out of the South Phoenix sky.
Great catch there by Griffin over the young man that just ran that kickoff return, R.J. Strickland. So Strickland goes back out there on defense. And, that's how it is when you're a two-way player. You get a score, you immediately go right back out there on defense.
Great crowd on hand tonight here, celebrating senior night here at South Mountain High School.
Daquan Morton and the South Mountain Jaguars. 10:28 left to go. They're trying to drive and get a score to get them a little bit closer.
2 receivers to the near side for Morton. He's going to run it himself. Lowers the pads at the 35. Finally brought down on the play there by Damian Gallegos. But South Mountain once again able to move the chains here.
Morton, as we mentioned, came into the game almost 110 rushes, 7 touchdowns. That was a piece of strong running there by Morton as he ran to Damian Gallegos, the linebacker. He took a shot, but he was still able to bring him down for a tackle. As the clock continues to run, 10-10 left in the second quarter. Daquan Morton and his offense continuing to drive down the field.
Here goes Morton now dropping back. He's going to go to the air. A beautiful spiral. It falls incomplete. The intended target, Bequeath Taylor.
R.J. Strickland.
Good
There
coverage
you
there.
see the
Yeah.
Trevor G. Browne sideline over there this evening.
2nd and 10, Jaguars.
And they are really taking care of business here in this first half tonight.
They are so far. That was solid coverage there by Strickland to continue to ride Taylor all the way to the sideline. Good coverage there by R.J. Strickland as Daquan Morton tried to connect with Taylor again. They had a really good connection that last drive, culminating with a touchdown catch, but 3 catches on that drive for Taylor, from Morton to Taylor. So Morton he knows his top target right now is Bakwi Taylor.
He does indeed. 2nd and 10 now. They hand it off far side to Jemias Griffin. And Griffin out near the 40-yard line, stopped on the play there by Manny Campos. And South Mountain starting to get they've got the engine warmed up. They're trying to get up to operating temperature right now, Ed. What it is, they're a little bit cold. They're trying to get up to that midpoint there to get that thing really humming.
And you can see it is starting to hum a little bit. They've got to continue to keep that foot on that gas pedal and continue to warm up that engine until it's ready, until it's red hot and it's ready to go.
3rd down and 7 now upcoming here for South Mountain. So glad to join us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. The band is hype. We're hype. And this one is starting to turn into a football game here in quarter number 2. He goes up top one more time, and it's too tall for the intended target. One more time trying to find Bakwi Taylor. And well covered, I must say, there by Trevor G. Browne, R.J. Strickland.
We've seen some really good battles so far early on in the game between Bakwi Taylor and R.J. Strickland. These two guys are going head up, and Daquan Morton's trying to get the ball to Taylor like he did on that last drive for the touchdown catch, but R.J. Strickland is with him step for step, stride for stride. Fantastic coverage by the senior defensive back for Browne. Browne forcing a punting situation for the Jaguars. Great defense there to hold off Daquan Morton in that offense.
4th down now for South Mountain, and they will punt it away. Back deep to receive for Trevor G. Browne. One more time, R.J. Strickland. We know what he can do on the return. So they better make sure and have a couple of guys spying Strickland here as penalty flags fly. We'll check the laundry on the field. The early indication is offsides.
Offsides will move him up 5 yards.
On Trevor Browne. So that'll be 4th down and short now. Maybe the offense back on the field here. They're going to go for it.
Okay.
South Mountain, an obvious 4th down situation here, right? You're trailing 25-7. The clock not really on your side. A whole lot more football still to be played, but 9:08 remaining here in the first half. And you got to take a shot here if you're Coach Evans.
Absolutely. You're down 18 points. It's 4th and about a long 2-yard lines. A long 2. You've got to be able to punch it in here and get this drive moving again.
Shotgun snap. He tries to weave his way forward. Daquan Morton, I'm not sure if he got it.
DJ Morton keeps it himself.
All depends on the spot of the football. I don't think he got it. He's well short.
It'll be a turnover on downs as South Mountain will trot off the field now.
I agree, JP. That was definitely a 4th down situation. You're down 18 points. You've got really good field position, pretty much right at the midpoint of the football field. Daquan Morton runs the ball really well. Why not give it to him and try to get a chance for number 5 to get you the first down? But give the Bruins defense credit. They converged on him and stopped him well short of the first down.
They sure did. Trevor G. Browne now taking over on offense here in Jaguars territory. They hand it off. Up the gut goes Manny Campos. And Campos, just like that, rips off a 7-yard run out to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3 upcoming here now for Trevor G. Browne and the offense.
Offensive line for that Bruins offense, they're graders. They're road graders right now. They're putting some pressure on that front 4 of the Jaguars defense.
2nd down and 3 now. Out of the pistol, they hand it off one more time to Campos, and he's swallowed up there by a host of Jaguars tacklers led by Ezekiel Sanchez.
Sanchez, number 2 on the team in tackles, 40 tackles right now, 2 TFLs for the 5'9" and 190-pound senior for the Jaguars. Big down here right now for the defense for South Mountain. On third down, they've got to be able to force a fourth down situation, a possible punting situation if they want to get back in this game. The Jaguars defense has to get a stop right here, James.
This is huge indeed. 3rd and short now for Trevor G. Browne. Alvarez looks for the snap. Penalty flags fly. A little bit of chippiness there in the middle. And we'll see if they were drawn off or if there was early movement by the offensive line. False start. That'll be assessed to Trevor G. Browne. So an unfortunate turn there for the Bruins, as they were knocking on the door of a first down and keeping those chains moving. And so now, if you're the baby blue defense there for South Mountain Jaguars, you want to pin your ears back right here and come after Nico Alvarez in the offense.
Absolutely, you want to get some pressure on him. That's why he's back there in the shotgun situation, knowing he's going to get that pressure.
They motion one over now. Alvarez goes to the air. He's got a man up the seam, complete out to the 20-yard line. Goes Luis Fierro. And just like that, Trevor G. Browne with a big strike play there on offense.
Great job there on 3rd and 6 for Alvarez to survey. Again, look down the field. Fierro's opened over the middle, number 10, and he throws a perfect pass to number 10, Luis Fierro. Fierro catches the football, catches it, secures the football, knowing he's going to get some hits over the middle, but great throw and completion.
First and 10 now for the Bruins. Alvarez hands it off. Nice job on the play. Manny Campos on the carry, and Damian Elzy on the stop there for the South Mountain Jaguars. A nice job knifing through there for 8-8.
Yeah, great one-on-one tackle there by Damian Elzy. That's one of those 50-50 plays. You're out there in space against Manny Campos, and you make that tackle. Great job there by number 88.
Fantastic job knifing through and making the stop on defense there. A big stop, a 2-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 8 upcoming here for Trevor G. Browne. They work now, does Nico Alvarez, with split backs out of the shotgun. They'll go a toss sweep far side. Defense for South Mountain able to stretch it out. Donovan Norfleet on the pursuit, and Eric Washington the ball carrier that time for Trevor G. Browne. He might have gotten half a yard, a tough yard at that.
If that. Great pursuit there by the Jaguars defense to continue to run with him and make him go east-west, not north and south.
Correct.
Force him right to the sideline.
That was no gain right there. 3rd and 8 upcoming here. 3rd and 8. They go to the air. He's got a man. Complete. Tries to cut it upfield. He does. And into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Miguel Fierro, the junior. And once again, a house call for Fierro. His 2nd score of the night.
And his 6th touchdown catch of the season. Alvarez with great protection from his offensive line.
Miguel Fierro on the reception.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. PA guy. We just called that. But yeah, a nice throw from Alvarez to Fierro. Fierro catches the ball. He's got defenders around him, but he continues to fight his way into the end zone. He saw that baby blue end zone. He's like, I'm getting in there by heck or high water. I don't care if the entire defense is draped over me. I'm getting into the end zone. But fantastic throw from Alvarez to Fierro for the touchdown.
The PAT is up and true. And our score with 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in our first half, the Trevor G. Browne Bruins 32 and the South Mountain Jaguars 7. Stay with us, more Thursday Night Football coming up here in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at tomorrow night's Grade 8 here on the Epic Sports Network's Friday Night Red Zone. There are some outstanding matchups tomorrow night, Ed. Walden Grove at Micah Mountain. Thunderbird and Northwest Christian, Chandler and Perry doing battle tomorrow night. That should be a good one.
That'll be a good one.
Centennial at Pinnacle, And down in southern Arizona, Morenci and Thatcher doing battle. ALA Ironwood at Florence, that's for a playoff berth right there. Higley and Desert Mountain, and then rounding out the Grade 8 tomorrow night on the Friday Night Red Zone, it'll be the Williamsfield Blackhawks against Coach Ty Detmer's ALA Queen Creek Patriots. So that should be a fun night of Friday night high school football on the Epic Sports Network. We hope you join us.
It is always fun as we get toward week 8, week 9,
Yes.
week 10 of the season, as we're kind of rounding into form for these playoff scenarios. Who's going to make it? Who's on the bubble? Who's not going to make it? This is so much fun to figure out who actually will make that second season.
And then once you get into that second season, it's all about how you perform. Just ask your Arizona Diamondbacks.
You got that right.
On the return, Bakwe Taylor, excuse me.
I'm going to call him Bakwe. That's how the original PA announcer called him.
Yes, that's what I thought I heard.
Let's
originally.
go with Bakwe. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, if it's not Bakwe, we apologize.
Yes, we apologize.
Wow, what a first half for Browne, 32-7. Special teams coming up big for those guys with 2 touchdowns, a kickoff return by R.J. Strickland. Bakwe Taylor gets on the board for South Mountain, gets them a score. But it's been all Browne so far.
First down and 10 now. They're going to roll out far side now. Daquan Morton looks to throw. He's got it. A little swing pass at the 40, still on his feet.
Number 5, DJ Morton may get something out of
Finally
nothing
brought
there.
down there is
Something enough to
Donovan Norfleet.
for a gain of about, we'll call it 6.
And Norfleet, very fleet of foot on that right there, Ed, just using the patience and weaving his way through every lane available in that defense.
Exactly. He's seeing what the defense is giving him, and he's trying to get even more than what they're trying to give him. But great there, as you mentioned, he bobbed and weaved to get the yards that he was able to get.
A gain of 7 on the play, second down and 3 upcoming here. Morton hit as he throws. Pressure applied by a number of Bruins from Trevor G. Browne, led by Cabinet Samaolu.
Number 20, Jose Ramirez on the pressure.
Samawolo?
Samawolo.
It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Jaguars.
Samawolo. Cabinet Samawolo, the senior defensive lineman, among others, getting in there. A lot of white jerseys around that football that time.
We've said that a lot, among others, when you talk about this Bruins defense. They're so active. There's multiple players that are coming after every person that's got that football, whether it's the quarterback, running back, wide receiver. There's a slew of players on defense coming after that person.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Rangel and the Bruins defense. 3rd down now here for South Mountain. And it looks like a timeout on the field called by Trevor Browne. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with him. You're watching Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More to come here from South Mountain High School in Phoenix.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. The Jaguars trailing the Trevor G. Browne Bruins 32-7 as we momentarily welcome you here into the broadcast booth. The 3rd down action back out on the field, so we'll get back into the booth here in just a bit. But I just want to test that shot out more than anything. Looks like it's working, EC. 4:27 remaining here in the first half, and now, once again, penalty flags. So we'll check with our AIA officiating crew. Offsides assessed to Trevor G. Browne.
Trevor Browne, that'll be enough for a Jaguars first down.
So that'll be a South Mountain first down. And Back into the broadcast booth we come. What a beautiful night out here for some football, Ed. The temperature probably right now in the, I would say, maybe high 70s right now. It's gorgeous outside here and a beautiful night out here at South Mountain High School.
Absolutely fantastic night here for football, and it's been a fantastic night so far for the Bruins.
It has.
Up 25 in the first half.
Absolutely right. Back out to the field we go. First down and 10 for the Jaguars. The pressure comes, and a tipped incompletion. That was Damian Gallegos climbing the ladder there and nearly having himself an INT for the Bruins.
I was going to say, if Gallegos did that tip drill and he caught it himself, he would definitely return that. We'd still be calling a pick six right there. So that's a dangerous throw for Daquan Morton. He did not see Damian Gallegos come underneath that coverage, jump up there, sky at the perfect point, knock the football away and tip it away. But Gallegos should have had a pick six right there.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 now upcoming here for South Mountain and the Jaguars from their own 48-yard line. So glad you joined us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. A great turnout as well here tonight, Ed, celebrating the Jaguar seniors.
Oh, yeah, fantastic night here. As you mentioned, beautiful weather.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect outside. They motion one over now. He's going to go to the air. He's got a man. It's complete at the 30, 20, down to the 15-yard line. Goes Bakwi Taylor. Taylor stopped on the play there by Trevor G. Browne's Jose Ramirez, but not before a huge gain for the Jaguars.
And a huge gain they definitely needed as we head toward halftime. Yeah, get the cheerleaders. As we head toward halftime, 4:14 to go, but great throw by Morton to Taylor. Again, he puts so much, it seems so effortless when he throws the football. He puts the perfect amount of touch on it, and Taylor caught it in stride, and he kept on running. Great completion there for the Jaguars.
They call him DJ, Daquan Morton. Now from the shotgun once again on 1st and 10. He operates. He's going to scramble far side. And it takes a couple of Bruins to get him out of bounds, and maybe he stays in bounds. Picks up about 2 yards. 5'10", 220 pounds, not the easiest quarterback to get down once he gets out in space.
And it's good to have a quarterback like that that can dance around in the pocket, that has that mobility, JP. When that pocket breaks down around you and you see those white jerseys coming after you, see those Bruins jerseys coming after you, he can escape the pocket and get some yards.
And now you see Morton coming up a little bit ginger there, grabbing, it looks like maybe the obliques a little bit, Adrian Luna. Will get ready to go in at quarterback here for South Mountain.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely Morton took a shot there right there on his side as the trainers they'll take a look at him on the sideline. This game of football is a rough one, isn't it, JP?
It is not for the faint of heart, that is for sure.
It really is not, as Luna will go out there and spell Daquan Morton for at least one play.
Adrian Luna, a 5'10", 170-pound senior, checking into the ballgame here for Coach Byron Evans and the Jaguars. Second down and 9 now as they are moving the football here. Can they put it in the end zone? Luna claps the hands, gets the shotgun snap. He looks to throw. A little swing pass, unable to complete it. I think he was trying to find Donovan Norfleet over there, but he had to sidearm that as the pressure coming off the edge quickly there from Trevor G. Browne.
That's exactly what I saw, that he had to sidearm that because that pocket quickly broke down around him as the Bruins defense, again, relentless. They're continuing to come after them at a relentless pace, and he had to get rid of the football quicker than he would have liked to.
No gain on the play. Third down and 9 upcoming here now. As Daquan Morton returning to the lineup here for South Mountain and the Jaguars. Impressive for him to get back up and back in after one play there.
And I said he'll be out there for at least one play. He was out there for one play. Luna was.
One play. So now 3rd and 9 here. DJ Morton looks to throw. The pressure comes off the edge. He goes to the air with it. It's too tall for his intended target. He was trying to connect with Jamias Griffin. And Martinez, the defensive back, in covers that time for Trevor G. Browne. Oswaldo Martinez blanketing the receiver there.
And there's the thing, when when you're DJ and you throw the ball like that, you throw the ball up so high in the air, it gives time for that defensive back to get coverage on Jemias Griffin. He allows him to cover that space and converge and get there quickly on the defensive back, as opposed to if you throw the ball really fast, if your defensive back is not in proper positioning, he can catch the football. But again, when you loft the football high up in the air, it does give time for that defensive back to converge, break away from where he was and get to that defense, to that wide receiver.
4th down and 9 now as number 66 comes on here for the field goal attempt. Christopher Corona Rodriguez. It's up and through. Rodriguez adds 3 to the total for the South Mountain Jaguars.
Bruins 32, Jaguars 10.
Add 3 for South Mountain, Breck. 32-10 our score here with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in our first half. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Fire up the lights. It's high school football. Streaming live on EasyTV.com. Friday Night Red Zone brings you all the action from divisions across the state. See your kids, your neighbors. Tomorrow's stars today. Friday Night Red Zone on EasyTV.com.
Christopher Corona Rodriguez gets the South Mountain Jaguars a little bit closer with a field goal, 32-10, 3:12 to go before the half.
Back deep to receive for Trevor G. Browne, R.J. Strickland, and Eric Washington. This will be Strickland at the 20. Going far side with it. Room to run behind a few blockers. Penalty flag on the play as he's out near the 45-yard line, but it looks like usually a flag in that vicinity means it might be coming back.
Yeah, it just might be a hold. Let's see if that is the call, and that's exactly the call on Browne, a holding call. That'll back it up.
That's unfortunate because another nice return there for the Bruins.
Very nice return for Strickland. But it's all wiped away.
So the ball will be spotted. We'll see where they put it down. 3:06 remaining here in our first half.
Boy, JP, you hold your breath when R.J. Strickland gets the ball on kickoff returns, don't you?
Even when he has trouble with it, you still know he's going to get up to about 3rd or 4th gear real quick.
Yes.
You better have your head on a swivel.
And you're right. And once he gets to that edge, if he's got space, he's down the sidelines, just like he was earlier in the quarter.
What's that, like Randy Moss said, if we're even, I'm leaving.
And he left a lot of guys in his career, didn't he?
He sure did. 8'4", knew how to leave them in the dust.
Yes, he did.
A run on the play there by Eric Washington, the bell cow here tonight for Coach Rangel and the Bruins offense. Browns, there it is again, the Browns offense.
As they've got their Cleveland Browns gear
For
on.
Browns offense would be correct,
yes.
I guess, right?
Yes. That's okay. It's not hard to equate them with the Cleveland Browns with those uniforms are really cool. Both teams look really nice tonight. They look really good.
And very easy to read numbers as well, which we always appreciate.
Yeah, broadcasters always appreciate
yes.
really well scripted numbers on their jerseys.
2nd down and 6 here. He goes to the air. He's got a man turning and making the catch. 50, 40, 30. He's finally going to be forced out of bounds. That is Miguel Fierro. Forced out on the play by South Mountain's Tommy McIntosh, but not before a huge gainer there for Fierro.
Fierro took a shot from a defensive back, but he was able to shake that off, get a little spin around, and continue to go down the sideline. Great wherewithal for Fierro to know that I can still tiptoe down the sideline. I'm free of that defensive back. I can continue to go. Great job there by number 8 to run down the sidelines and get even more yards as he sets them up at the 21-yard line. Great connection between Alvarez and Fierro.
Unbelievable job there. Don't forget, folks, stay with us at halftime. Senior night festivities coming up. We'll make sure and give you a really good shot of that so you can help celebrate tonight's Jaguars seniors. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of football remaining now as they swing it out far side to the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. Miguel Fierro once again on the call. Stopped by a host of Jaguars, led that time by Leonard Elliott.
On the reception. Number 17, Leonard Elliott, led the way for the tackle.
Bruins continue to keep up that torrid pace on offense and pressure that South Mountain Jaguars defense.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
What an impressive drive so far as we march toward halftime, James.
As we approach a minute and a half remaining here in the first half, once again the Bruins on the march as everyone getting ready for senior night festivities. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Nico Alvarez. He drops back, sets the feet, goes to the air, and his intended target simply falls down. That target was Miguel Fierro, once again the hot hand here this evening in this first half for the Bruins of Trevor G. Browne. And you love, once again, the touch on these balls from both these quarterbacks here this evening.
If you're Nico Alvarez, why not go back to your well? Luis Fierro that got you down the field.
Yes.
Yeah. Continue to feed the beast. Feed number 10.
3rd and 5 here. Big time play upcoming. Third down and 5 now for the Bruins. They go to the air. It's too tall. Penalty flag flies in. The intended target was Carlos Quinones, and you can see plain as day that's going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, you saw Quinones throwing his hands up like, give me that pass interference on Jacob Aldaco. I think they will get that defensive pass interference call.
Defensive pass interference on the Jaguars. There you go. That'll be enough for a first down and goal to go for the Bruins.
First and goal.
Yeah, 1st and goal now for Trevor G. Browne. Not what you want if you're the South Mountain Jaguars.
No, sir. You want to find a way to lock them down and try to keep the scoring to a minimum. You're already down 22. You don't want to give up 6 more.
Alvarez in the offense now back to work. He'll go under center here on 1st and goal. He hands it off, and going nowhere quickly that time was Jason Edgerson. And the South Mountain defense converging quickly there as we approach a minute remaining here in our first half.
Number 88, Damian Elzy got to Edgerson. Elzy, 6'3", 195. That's a big guy coming off that edge.
So it's 2nd down and 9 here essentially. 2nd and goal for the Bruins. Alvarez now from the shotgun. A toss. Far side goes Eric Washington. Tries to cut it back inside and runs into a host of blue jerseys. On the far side was Jemias Griffin along with Ivan Shaw over there defensively for South Mountain.
Eric Washington tried to get to the sideline, at least to get out of bounds, but the referees said continue to run as Trevor Browne calls a timeout right here.
Timeout on the field here called by the Trevor G. Browne Bruins, so we'll go ahead and welcome you back into the broadcast booth here for a moment. And a pretty entertaining first half so far, Ed. Obviously, South Mountain having some struggles here with Trevor G. Browne, but you keep feeling like South Mountain's going to get it together here eventually, and it would be big for them, obviously, to hold out Trevor G. Browne here out of this end zone and at least maybe hold them to just a field goal.
You're right. With 20 seconds left to go, you're down 22. You don't want to give up 6 more points and go down 28, possibly 29 with an extra point. So you definitely want to get a stop here if you're this Jaguars defense. And if you're the Bruins, you want to continue to keep up this relentless pace, this torrid pressure that you're getting so far with Nico Alvarez in this offense.
And the the Browne Bruins have really been outstanding here tonight on offense. You talk about the big fellows up front. They've really been the ones getting it done here tonight for the Trevor G. Browne Bruins.
Those uniforms have got you, don't they,
They've
JP?
got me. I mean, I look at this orange and brown, and that's the first thing that comes to me. I mean, when
Cleveland Browns, yes.
When you lived the drive, Ed, you're familiar with the drive,
yes.
right? Then you can't wipe.
I'm familiar with both drives.
You can't wipe the orange and brown out of your mind.
Do you remember that second drive?
Yes.
Ernest Biner out in Denver.
Ernest Biner, the fumble?
Yes.
Yes, I do remember
the fumble
that.
heard around the
fumble
world.
by number 44, Ernest Biner.
Yes.
3rd and goal here now for the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. We will confirm the clock, I believe, is what we're waiting on. Second down, I believe, is what the AIA officiating crew is calling for.
They changed the clock to 23 seconds.
23 seconds
so
now, I guess.
They put 3 more seconds on the clock.
So here we go. 3rd and goal, Bruins. Alvarez to the air.
Got him.
Plenty of room in there for the score. Eric Washington with the touchdown to extend the lead now for Trevor G. Browne over the South Mountain Jaguars.
Eric Washington's second touchdown of the game, wide open out there in the middle. Easy throw for Alvarez. Washington got the separation from the defensive back, and he was wide open there in the end zone. All Alvarez had to do was make that completion, a accurate throw from Alvarez to Washington.
Outstanding protection up front. The touch pass from Nico Alvarez out into the back of the end zone that time. And I tell you what, the Browns or the Bruins offense, golly, making it look easy here in this first half.
There you go. Put 6 more on the board. There you go, 38.
The PAT is up. He might have hit a tower up there on South Mountain with that one.
He might have.
18 seconds left in the second
That was, who else? Miguel Fierro.
second quarter.
He's going to summon all the Ubers after the game tonight, get the whole team back home after this one. He's one of those guys that does it all for Coach Rangel and the Trevor G. Browne Bruins.
Wow, what an impressive first half for the Browne Bruins.
It really is. 17 seconds remaining here in our first half. We'll step aside, take a brief commercial timeout, and we will be right back to South Mountain High School in just 1 minute.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. Epic Sports Network's presentation of Thursday Night Football on the air. We welcome you back.
Jaguars will take over with 17 seconds.
So far in the first 23 minutes and 43 seconds, it has been all Browne Bruins football. As they've dominated special teams, offense, defense. They've looked really good in a 29-point lead, James.
Not a bad way to be if you're going into the locker room for the halftime conversation with a 29-point lead.
Not at all.
If you're Trevor G. Browne. On the opposite end of the coin, the South Mountain Jaguars with some ground to make up here in half number 2, but rest assured the staff will go in at halftime and make the necessary adjustments and come out swinging here in half number 2. Morton now swings it out, halfback throwback. They're going to go deep down the field, and it's almost hauled in. The intended target was Jemias Griffin. Well covered there by Trevor G. Browne's Oswaldo Martinez. How about that?
Yeah, you're down 29. You got a couple seconds left before the half. Why not do some trickeration? Get it from Morton to Leonard Elliott. He tries to make the completion, but as you mentioned, great coverage there by Oswaldo Martinez. That defense was not fooled by what they're trying to do.
Not at all. Eight seconds remaining here in our first half. Don't forget to stay with us for halftime, folks, as we will have senior night festivities coming up here.
I think they'll just kneel it and take it to the half right there, JP.
Will take us to the end of our first half. The last 7 seconds of the half will tick off, and we've gone to halftime here at South Mountain High School in Phoenix. Our halftime score, the Trevor G. Browne Bruins 39 and the South Mountain Jaguars 10. Stay with us, halftime festivities on senior night coming up here from South Mountain High School in Phoenix. Stay with us. We will be back in just a little bit. Thursday Night Football on the air here on the Epic Sports Network. Halftime coming up.
Great job, young man.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout. Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the Precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed. Give us a chance to earn your business. Visit us today at precisionairandplumbing.com.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
It's a beautiful night, huh?
Oh my goodness. Oh, it is.
I mean, I could turn it down on.
No,
I could turn it down on the Zoom.
That's fine. I was screwed. That's screwed. That's good. That's perfect.
So Jamal, we're using my little Zoom recorder.
It's a whole mixer, man.
It's a USB interface. This little guy right here.
Quick audio test, girls. Give me 1 second.
So I got the 2 headsets plugged in here, and it's going USB to his computer. That's all you need. And a headphone amp.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience.
Where'd you get it from?
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater? Okay.
All right, Spirit Line. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready.
Like 300 for it.
300? Oh, that's not bad.
No.
No, that's not bad. Okay.
They've got more with more inputs and all this other stuff, but for us two, this is mixer now.
But that's the way it goes.
I want to hear what this sounds like. They need some more bass in there. They need some more bass in their speakers. Yeah, it's all treble.
Yeah, there's almost no bass.
No.
If any at all.
No. It sounds good.
Yeah, but at least it's not crackling.
Yes,
that's true. That's
They need some more bass in it.
Some of them are like, crackling hell.
It's all feeding back and crackling. And
they see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and
I need to listen to some. I need to listen to Chameleon Air. I haven't listened to Chameleon Air in a while.
I think like the CEO of Ring.
Of what?
Like Ring Camera?
Who?
Ring Camera? Like Ring Camera?
Is it?
I think it's CEO, yeah. I heard that.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I found that out like a month ago.
Did he invest in the company? Or?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, he's a genius.
Yeah, they got this smart guy.
Really?
That's a businessman.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
On the camera? Oh, watch your phone.
Last name Crown, recognized king.
I'ma lay mine down.
I'm a big girl, I can handle myself. But if I get lonely, I'ma need your help. Pay attention to me, I don't talk for my health.
I want you on my team.
So does everybody else.
Baby, we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down, ain't nobody got it up. If you would a girl, I know a place we can go.
What kind of girl do you take me for?
I know. We're going to do a senior night and all that. Then I'll get this camera on that. We'll get all of it. Hey, can we turn that on for a minute?
Yeah. As long as you don't grab it, if you don't go bragging, I'ma let you have it. You think that I'm teasing, but I ain't got no reason. I'm sure that I can please you, but first I gotta read you.
Now shake, now bounce, now pop, now drop, now twerk, now work. Now come on, y'all, let's do, 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 let's do. Now shake, now bounce, now pop, now drop, now twerk, now work. Now come on, y'all, let's shake, shake, pop, 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 do, shake, 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 pop, pop.
Let's give it up for the South Mountain High School Spirit Line.
They did a great job.
And now, fans, for our senior night announcements for halftime, we are going to announce the football managers first, and then the football players second. The first senior football manager we'd like to recognize, Antoinette Connerly, escorted by Jesmiah Red and Jemiah Jamerson. This is the second year Antoinette has been the football manager. She is a member of Black Student Union and plans to go to college for business and be a flight attendant.
All right, girl.
Her favorite quote, "Don't let what you're good at define who you are if you can't do what you're good at." And our second football manager, senior Hermione Hernandez, escorted by Jolyn and Koa. And now on to our senior football players. Our first senior, David D1 Jackson, escorted by Tina and Desiree. David has been on the team for one season, playing defensive end and defensive tackle. He also plays basketball. After high school, he plans to attend a college out of state, preferably Ohio State University. And his favorite quotes, "God first."
All right.
Our next senior, Jemiah Griffin, escorted by Mahogany Jones, Shelby Hill, Vera Lamb, Saraya Gamage, and family. He is a 4-year participant with football, plays wide receiver, and also runs track and field. He plans to play college ball and earn a business degree. His favorite quote, "Hard work isn't enough, you gotta believe." Our next senior, Bishop Minter, escorted by Kimoye Henderson. He's a 2-year participant in football at linebacker after high school. Plans to become a chef, and if that doesn't work out, he's going to go to the military. Favorite memory will be missing playing football with my brothers, and football will always be a game that will live with me forever.
All right.
Our next senior, Ezekiel Sanchez. Escorted by Patience Sanchez and Alma Mia Sanchez. It's his first year with the team. He's played linebacker. His other activities on campus include ceramics, and he wants to do that for a living after high school.
Looks good.
Our next senior, Damian Graham. Escorted by Sandra Graham and Sunday Moncrief. It's his first year with the team, playing middle linebacker. He also plays basketball and is a member of the Black Student Union. He plans to go to the Marines and get his bachelor's degree in business and finance.
Hoorah.
Thank you in advance for your service, Damian. Our next senior, Tommy McIntosh. Escorted by Sophia Robinson. Tommy's a 3-year player at defensive back. He is a member of the Travel History Club. After high school, he plans to study forensic science and a PhD in psychology.
All right. All right. That's Doctor to you.
Our next senior, Curtis CT3 Turner. Escorted by everybody, his friends, his family, half the neighborhood.
Look at it. Look at everybody out there.
He's a 4-year participant in football, only 3 years playing because of COVID. He plays middle linebacker and has about 200 tackles on the season. He also wrestles, plays volleyball, and runs track and field as a thrower.
All right.
He's a member of Black Student Union, Be a Leader Club, and Steppers Up Tomorrow.
Oh, get you some.
His future plans include attending Tuskegee College and being an air traffic controller for American Airlines, like his oldest brother.
Go ahead, boy.
Our next senior, Anthony Gamage. Escorted by Eden and Chris Gamage and siblings. Anthony is also a 4-year participant in football at wide receiver and safety. He also runs track. He has a college in mind after high school, not sure which one just yet. His favorite memory will just kicking it with my guys is always a good time. Our next senior, Jacob Aldaco. Escorted by Elisa and Santo Aldaco. It's a 3-year player with a team at defensive back and a wide receiver. After high school, he plans to study biology and earn a zoology degree. His favorite quote, never choose good when great is available.
It's a beautiful scoreboard they have. That's the nicest scoreboard we've seen all year.
Mm-hmm. Our next senior, Ivan Shaw. Escorted by Beth Grants and Diane Ornage, a 3-year player at tight end and defensive lineman. He also plays basketball and volleyball. He's a battalion commander of JROTC and a member of National Honor Society. He plans to become a helicopter pilot, and his favorite quotes, there are never ends, just new beginnings.
All right. You gotta get a lot more in 5
Our next senior, Baquee Taylor. Escorted by his family, he is a 1-year or first-year participant in football at wide receiver, cornerback, and safety. He also plays basketball. He plans to participate in sports after high school. And his favorite quote, just vibe, twin. Our next senior, Donovan Norfleet. Escorted by Kanika Perrin Norfleets, Dowana, brothers Desmond and Dorian. He's a 2-year participant in football. He plans to continue his football career at the University of Houston.
All right, Cougars.
And his favorite quote,
Cougars.
Just chill, twin.
Cougars.
Our next senior, Kendall Ashley.
Dana Holgerson.
Escorted by Tevin Wheaton and family, a 2-year player with the team at defensive end and defensive tackle. After high school, he plans to go to college for business and real estate. And his favorite memory will be playing basketball and football with my homies. Our next senior, Ian Solis. Escorted by Maria Rosas and Hector Solis, a 3-year player on the team at center. He plans to join the Navy or Marines and go to college. His favorite quote, strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it. Our next senior, Andres Guevara. Escorted by his family. He's a 4-year participant at left tackle and right tackle. He also wrestles and plays volleyball. His future plans include working and attending college for kinesiology to become a physical therapist.
I can't believe we're already doing seniors. I know.
Our next senior, Adrian Luna.
This is my favorite part of the night so far.
Escorted by Rosa Luna, Anissa Luna, and Natalie Luna. He's a 2-year player at quarterback. He also plays basketball. He wants to go to NAU to become a photographer, and his favorite quote, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. And our final senior for tonight, Jose Samuel Moreno.
Yeah, buddy.
Escorted by Jose Samuel Moreno Sr. A 3-year player with the football team. After high school, he plans to go to college for engineering and start or continue bodybuilding. His favorite quote, living for the future is more important than trying to avenge the past. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you these seniors for Senior Night 2023. Let's give them a great round of applause.
Get ready to go to 1. And for the red shirt. And go. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, boys. Second half camera. There you go. Test. 39.2. Oh, stretch. That felt good. There goes my headset. Well, Ed, how about the senior night festivities here? Oh, we're not live.
We welcome you back here on the Epic Sports Network. Senior night underway here for the South Mountain Jaguars. And what an outstanding crew of young men at this school here, Ed. You heard some of the aspirations for some of these guys. I heard pilot in there. I heard doctor. I heard all kinds of stuff. And it makes you feel so good that these young people are just shooting for the moon.
It really does amaze me that these young men, and as you mentioned, the achievements that they want to come with over the course of their lives. They're young. They've got their whole lives ahead of them. They already know what schools they want to go to.
Yes.
What careers they want to pursue.
What airline they want to work for.
Yeah.
I mean, all that. It's unbelievable.
I love it. What school? I want to go to the University of Houston. I want to be a Houston Cougar. I want to go to NAU. I want to be a photographer. I want to do this. I want to do that. These young men are determined, and they're going to do exactly what they set themselves out to do.
They
because
are.
They've got friends and family, folks you saw just an unlimited amount of friends and family supporting these young men, and with the support and the love from their friends and family, they are absolutely going to achieve every one of their aspirations and their goals.
They are indeed, and with that love and support that you just saw there during the halftime with all those folks coming out here tonight to celebrate these young men, outstanding stuff here on the Epic Sports Network. And we welcome you back here inside the broadcast booth. We're about 2.5 minutes remaining here until our second half kickoff. And we'll see if the South Mountain Jaguars are able to go in the locker room and make those very necessary halftime adjustments and come out here with the hair on fire offensively at least.
They're going to have to. They've got 24 minutes. They're down 29 points. But for Browne, I mean, it's status quo. You don't really need to change much because everything you've done so far in the first 24 minutes, they've worked. That's why you're up 29 points, because you started off fast and you continue to stay fast. You kept the pressure on defensively, offensively. Your special teams got you 2 touchdowns. So there's pretty much no wrong that you did. So just continue to keep at that pace that you've gotten over the first 24.
That's exactly right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it for Coach Rangel and the Bruins. And if it's South Mountain, you're ready to come out here and make a difference offensively and defensively. And the special teams unit has been playing pretty well so far here in the first half for Coach Evans. They've been in pretty good field position throughout the first half.
Yes, but it's so we got about 90 seconds before the third quarter starts. So it will be on South Mountain to try to scrape and claw their way back in. Of course, folks, we know there's no 29-point play in football. You're going to have to grind it out. If South Mountain wants to get back in this game, they're going to have to take it play by play, drive by drive if they want to get back into this football game.
Exactly right. You have to eat an elephant one bite at a time, and that's what they're up against here. We got about a minute remaining before second half kickoff. Stay with us here. Thursday Night Football, second half from South Mountain High School between the Jaguars and the Bruins coming up here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love, and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
Folks, welcome back to the third quarter of this game. Trevor G. Browne comfortably ahead 39-10 as we get ready to kick off the second half of football. Yeah, folks, if you're just joining us, it has been an avalanche from the Bruins so far. Kamarion McNeil started off with a punt fumble for a touchdown. Eric Washington has 2 touchdowns. Carlos Quinones had a touchdown catch. And it's just been a complete effort from the Browne Bruins. James?
It really has, and they came out on fire, and they really got things going early in the football game. There's you see the Jaguars flag guy running up and down the track here. There it is, the Jaguars flag. And we look to them to get going here in this second half and see if they can really turn this game around. A 29-point deficit is quite a hill to overcome, but there's still a whole half of football to be played.
Oh, sure it is. Plenty of time left to go, but their defense is going to get their first shot at shutting down this Bruins offense, which has been very prolific and very strong so far. So we'll see if the necessary halftime adjustments we always talk about over those 15 minutes. What did you work on in the locker room that can get you back in this football game? Will it work? We'll see.
We will see indeed. The ball is kicked off to Trevor G. Browne, and right away, penalty flags on the play. So it's going to go against South Mountain, and they will kick it one more time here from their own 35-yard line. So glad to join us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network from South Mountain High School here in Phoenix.
First time for both of us coming here,
It
right,
is.
James?
First time I've ever been to this school here.
It's a beautiful campus.
A gorgeous facility. a fairly new field. I believe this field might be maybe 2 years old at the very most, Ed, but it's in gorgeous condition. And the lights looking good out here as well. And a gorgeous evening weather-wise, which never hurts.
R.J. Strickland picks the football off. Of course, he ran one back. He took one back to the house in the second quarter.
He's got a wall of blockers there for a moment anyway. Finally blasted out of bounds on the far side by Leonard Elliott for the South Mountain Jaguars. And so Trevor G. Browne's going to have pretty good field position here to start this drive.
Folks, if you are just joining us, R.J. Strickland ran a kickoff return back. He took it to the house, housed a long kickoff return in the second quarter, which gave them a 25-7 lead at the point. So R.J. Strickland strong on defense as well as on special teams.
So Nico Alvarez in the offense back out on the field now for Trevor G. Browne. 2-by-1 on the outside for Alvarez on 1st and 10. He hands it off to Eric Washington, weaves his way through the defense, across midfield, and then fumbles the football. It's loose on the carpet. Does South Mountain come away with the football? They do indeed. Number 8 on the recovery, Donovan Norfleet. And I tell you what, Eric Washington, you thought for a moment there he might get loose from that final defender and make a run for the end zone, and all of a sudden the football comes out and South Mountain able to pounce on it.
Well, South Mountain got what they wanted. They got a turnover for the Browne Bruins. Donovan Norfleet came up a little bit ginger, so we'll check on him and make sure he's good. But that's how you get back into the football game. Now can the Jaguars take the football down the field on offense, get in the end zone and get a little bit closer. That's how you get back in the football game with turnovers, and you get scores off the turnovers.
Daquan Morton, they call him DJ, back out on the field now with his offense here. 2-by-2 on the outside on 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Make that 36. Morton from the shotgun. He's hit as he throws. It falls incomplete. The pressure was coming that time from Trevor G. Browne, courtesy of Ravante Hill. And Hill, the junior, bearing down on the quarterback and unable to complete that throw. No receiver in the general area at all.
Ravante Hill, also number 99, Elijah May. The defensive line, the sophomore, he also came in on the pressure. So you got double, triple pressure from that Browns defense. The Bruins. See, now you got me. It got me now for the Browns, for the Bruins defense.
Well, it's the Cleveland Browns that you're looking at out there.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
It is the Cleveland Browns.
It really is. 2nd down and 10 here for the Jaguars of South Mountain. 2-by-2 on the outside for Daquan Morton. He'll hand it off, and right into the teeth of the defense goes Franklin Medina. And now you're going to be thinking about it too. That's the worst part.
I know.
You're going to be thinking about it.
Oh my goodness. Big 3rd down here for the Jaguars. They've got to be able to convert and keep those chains moving. Keep that chain gang moving down the field, James.
Yeah, you don't want those guys lulled to sleep. You want to keep those guys busy every single time you're on offense.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that to turn to a 4th down. That guy that's holding that 4th down marker.
3rd down and 11 here. 3rd down and 11. Morton to the air. He's got a receiver at the 45, and then it's blasted loose by Damian Gallegos. There you see Gallegos on your screen right there. And what a defensive play there. Tommy McIntosh, I believe, was the intended target for the South Mountain Jaguars.
But McIntosh was not going to catch that ball because Gallegos separated parts of his body with that shot right there. We'll check it here on the replay. Oh, my gosh, that's a shot. Also, Eric Washington in the area. Number 2, number 12 was also in the area, Oswaldo Martinez. So, either way, if McIntosh would have caught that ball, there would have been some separation.
That would have been lights out. Laureen right here on the near sideline.
That Bruins, say, I got it again with the Browns.
Yes, indeed. It'll get you a couple more times this half.
Of course.
Don't even worry about it. That ball is blocked. Eric Washington on the recovery for Trevor G. Browne, and he's going to house call it off the punt block. How about that? Eric Washington, Mr. Do-It-All tonight for Coach Rangel and the Bruins, and they have hung 40 points now on the South Mountain Jaguars here.
Their 3rd special teams score of the night. That's impressive. To get 3 special teams scores in one night in the course of a football game,
My question to you, Ed, is how do you nominate a special teams unit, an entire special teams unit, for an Ed Doherty nomination medallion this week?
Can you make enough medallions for an entire defense?
I don't know.
For an entire special teams unit?
We're going to have to find out because these guys have come to play here tonight in the orange and chocolate, how it's officially listed on the website there for Trevor G. Browne. And Eric Washington, my goodness, this guy is having himself an evening tonight for Trevor G. Browne.
Boy, he is bucking for that player of the game, isn't he?
He sure is.
They're going to go for 2 here. Nico Alvarez and the Bruins are.
Alvarez back to throw. He goes to the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find number 10, Luis Fierro, who's been very active here tonight for the Bruins offense. I almost said it. See, one more time.
No, you're going to say the Brown Bruins.
The Brown
I'm
Bruins.
giving you credit on that.
That's right, the Brown Bruins offense.
Yes.
45-10 our score. 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 10:40. We'll be back after this commercial timeout right here on the Epic Sports Network.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun. Greatest workout. Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed.
Welcome back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. 45-10 our score. The Bruins all over the Jaguars. South Mountain now returning it. A big head of steam across the 35-40. Leonard Elliott on the return there for South Mountain. Stopped by a host of Bruins that time on special teams, led by Damian Gallegos.
We do some cliff notes on this football game. It does come down to 3 Eric Washington touchdowns, 3 special teams touchdowns, and just overall aggressiveness from this Bruins defense and aggressiveness from their offense to move the football down the field. They only came into the game averaging about 15 points a game, the Bruins are. But now that they've with their special teams and defense, they put up 45 points so far. This is an impressive effort on the road for a team that's looking to break a 7-game losing streak.
I tell you what, a low snap, and Morton has trouble with it. Luckily, South Mountain able to get back on that football. It's a loss of maybe 6 or 7 yards on the play when it's all said and done for DeQuan Morton and the offense. 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in our third quarter.
Shout out to
MVP of the night might go to the Zoom.
It might be.
H4N, we'll have to see. But all kidding aside, folks, stay with us following the conclusion of tonight's game for the presentation of the Epic Wings player of the game here. Second and long here for the Jaguars. 3 receivers to the near side for Morton. He comes that way, finds Jamias Griffin, who was immediately stopped there by R.J. Strickland out on the edge.
Rayvonte Hill also again on another tackle, #1 tackler on his football team. He is a do-it-all defensive lineman. 17 TFLs coming into the game. I'm sure he's at about 20. He already had a sack tonight, so he's at 10.5 sacks. So Rayvonte Hill, there's nothing that he can't do on defense.
Absolutely not. The Jaguars 3rd and Tonopah here now. Empty backfield for Morton. He's going to roll out to his left under pressure. Morton's going to climb the pocket and then get blasted out of bounds near the 35-yard line. A host of Bruins over there, including Jose Ramirez on the stop. But Morton, you see him right there, 220 pounds, and when he gets going and gets into high gear, he's a load to bring out of bounds.
And guess who was barreling down after him? Number 9, Rayvonte Hill, of course.
Imagine that, right?
He'll force any quarterback out of the pocket because otherwise you are going to get plastered by number 9.
Yeah, 9 is coming at all times.
Yes, he is.
Fourth down here now for South Mountain.
That kid's motor never stops.
Always on 12 is Rayvonte Hill.
Oh.
Back deep to receive for Trevor G. Browne. It'll be R.J. Strickland. And Morton stays in to punt.
Nice punt.
How about that? Takes a Jaguars bounce across the 25-yard line and trickles down near the 20, where it's down there by Leonard Elliott.
Even our public address announcer, he's got tongue-tied. Oh, my goodness.
Some of this stuff doesn't exactly roll off the tongue here tonight.
It doesn't.
Honestly,
Trevor G. Browne, it's a tough one, but once you get the hang of it.
Then you throw Bruins in there afterward as well.
And then they've got the Cleveland Browns uniforms on. We're calling them the Browns.
But I don't think they really care at this point how tongue-twisted we are. They are up 45-10 right now over the South Mountain Jaguars. Update on the Phoenix Suns game there, Ed. Go ahead and give it to them.
Yeah, go Suns. Let me pull up the ESPN app here.
Please do.
Go Suns.
As Nico Alvarez in the offense now on a swing pass, complete on the far side to Eric Washington. Room to run, and then he is horse-collared near the 28, 29-yard line. I believe that was Ezekiel Sanchez over there on the stop for South Mountain.
So far in the third quarter, the Suns are up 71-65 in Los Angeles, Inglewood actually. Kevin Durant with 22 points for the Suns. Let's see what's Book done tonight.
Bradley Beal and Devin Booker out of the lineup tonight for the Phoenix Suns.
Yep, neither one of them are playing.
You'll have to wait that much longer to see the debut of the Big Three.
Hopefully we'll get that Saturday night against Utah when they come to
Footprint
Center.
Coach Vogel and the Suns will have the home opener Saturday night from Footprint Center. That'll be on Arizona's Family 3 TV.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Statewide is what I understand, Ed.
Eric Gordon, 15 points.
Not quite worldwide like we are here tonight on Thursday Night Football, but statewide at least here in the Grand Canyon State, right, for the Suns?
Yes.
2-by-1 on the outside now for Nico Alvarez. From the shotgun, he'll operate, go up top. He's got a receiver turning and catching at the 42. That is, falls incomplete. Miguel Fierro almost had a beautiful reception there for Trevor G. Browne.
That would have been a great catch if Fierro would have been able to pull it in. He was able to turn his body and watch the football come in. He just wasn't able to secure it. It's tough when you you're on the run and you have to turn your body around and catch the football. Think about catching the football. Think about keeping your feet inbounds. Think about the defensive back that's after you. So you've got 4 or 5 different things to think about. Oh, and I've got to try to catch the football too?
You want me to catch it along with all that stuff too? Oh, yeah, that might be a little bit of a tall task sometimes.
But it's still great effort by Fierro. Fantastic effort. Second down here for the Browne Bruins. For Nico Alvarez in the offense.
Alvarez now from the shotgun. He'll toss it to Washington going far side. And you just follow that orange helmet bobbing up and down through that traffic right there. Washington picked up about 2 yards at best on the play, bringing up a 3rd down and 7 here. Sanchez on the stop that time for South Mountain.
Big night here for Eric Washington. 3 touchdowns, 1 touchdown run, a catch, and that punt return that was on the block of the punt return for South Mountain. Eric Washington ran that back, so he's having a heck of a night tonight.
I'm going to scratch this DB offer here and put ATH right there for Eric Washington.
Yeah, where's my pen? I'm writing that in right now.
3rd down here for the Bruins.
ATH.
Alvarez tries to set the feet, and then he's under heavy pressure that time from the South Mountain defensive front. Leading the charge there for South Mountain was 88 Damian Elzy, along with 61 Curtis Turner, also in there, the senior for South Mountain, and that was a nice defensive charge that time for the Jaguars.
And how great was it to see Curtis Turner's entire family and friends, the entire contingent he had come out here for senior night. It was great to see him with his friends and family celebrate. Just a great moment for Curtis Turner and a great moment for him on that play right there.
And a great moment for us at the Epic Sports Network to be here and share senior night with the South Mountain Jaguars. We tried to get every little bit of that senior night festivities there with our distinguished camera operator on that halftime for you there, myself. 4th down here coming up.
Congratulations on that, JP.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ed. No, that was fun. I want to try to give folks that because that's a special time right there. You're never going to have another senior night.
No.
And senior night seems like it was just a couple weeks ago, yet it was a long, long time ago, Ed. Timeout on the field called by the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. We'll step aside, take the timeout with them. Bruins 45, Jaguars 10. More Thursday Night Football coming up on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. Deuces Wild on the clock. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Other action around the Grand Canyon State. We'll try to get you some scoring updates here in just a little bit. Trevor G. Browne's going to punt it away to the Jaguars.
Nice punt by Miguel Fierro.
A Bruins bounce. And then I believe that was number 9, Ravonte Hill, having a little fun with it right there. So we have a little bit of John here.
It's going against Browne. Personal foul on Browne.
So that will be assessed to Trevor G. Browne. And our second year in a row having the Bruins on Thursday Night Football. We were out there last year for our rain-delayed game against the Westwood Warriors. And now we've got the Bruins on one more time here on Thursday Night Football. And we're pleased to have the Jaguars on for the first time. And it's our first time out here at South Mountain High School tonight. And it's been nothing but a pleasure since we arrived.
And I'll tell you, this will not be our last time coming to South Mountain.
It will not.
We will be on South 7th Street for a lot of years to come.
Yes, we will indeed. You know the history of this school here. They've turned out a number of NFL players here from South Mountain High School. One of those guys, Coach Byron Evans.
Yes, sir. Philadelphia Eagles great.
The Jaguars hand it off now. Damian Ruiz-Graham on the carry. He turns it upfield looking for additional yards and additional contact. Out to the 40-yard line it goes. As you see some of those Browne Bruins over there readjusting their protective gear. Steven Sanchez among those on the stop that time for the Bruins.
That's usually what happens when a 5'8", 190-pounder just runs into you and you're trying to make a tackle on him and he's going full speed at you.
He was coming around that corner with bad intentions. Here comes the big fella, number 5, DJ Daquan Morton, they call him. And Morton looked like Byron Leftwich out there coming around the corner that time.
He did. That's another tough guy. It's already tough enough to bring down Graham, and now you're trying to bring down a 220-pound quarterback that's coming at you at full speed.
My goodness. That horn signifies the end of our third quarter. We've gone fourth quarter here at South Mountain High School in Phoenix. Stay with us. More Thursday Night Football coming up next right here on the Epic Sports Network.
With 6 Valley locations, Burrito Express is your place to go for the best burrito in town. This is Burrito Express. Burrito Express has been your local burrito joint since 1995, but hey, don't just take our word for it. Ask the mayor of Arizona High School football himself.
Chicken Burrito Supreme, that is my go-to. Can't go wrong with Burrito Express.
Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football right here on the Epic Sports Network.
Fire up the lights. It's high school football. Streaming live on EasyTV.com. Friday Night Red Zone brings you all the action from divisions across the state. See your kids, your neighbors. Tomorrow's stars today. Friday Night Red Zone on EasyTV.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
We welcome you back to South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. Thursday Night Football on the air. It's all Bruins. Well, mostly Bruins anyway, 52-10. South Mountain gets the return now. Coming near side. Leonard Elliott on the return for South Mountain, brought down there by Trevor G. Browne's Jeremiah Fisher. Clock will run now as we are in the AIA running clock situation as we're under 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Just a thorough performance by the Browne Bruins to come out here, put up a 50 burger.
Yes.
On the Jaguars.
Impressive to say the least, right?
Four Eric Washington touchdowns, 3 special teams touchdowns. To me, that's the most impressive thing of this performance. 3 touchdowns on special teams to go along with what they've done on defense to only hold the Jaguars to 10 points and Washington's explosive display tonight.
Exactly right. First down and 10 now for the Jaguars. They're going to hand it off, going far side. Damian Ruiz-Graham on the scamper, the 5'8", 190-pound senior, able to get to the edge and do some damage if he can get to the outside quickly. 2-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 8 upcoming here now for South Mountain.
As we're under 5 minutes to go, you want to look ahead. The final game for Browne will be next Friday as they'll host the Fairfax Stampede. For South Mountain, they'll be at the North Mustangs next Friday night. That'll end the season for both of these football teams. But we still have under 5 minutes to go, but we're just looking ahead to next Friday.
Yes, next Friday night is the end of the regular season in the 4, 5, and 6A divisions here in the Grand Canyon State. The ball is loose. And it's recovered by Trevor G. Browne. So a hard hit in the backfield there forces the fumble. And just like that, Trevor G. Browne is back in business on offense, courtesy of Miguel Carrillo. A blast in the in the backfield there. You see it right there, Ed. Boom.
That's impressive. You're up 42 points and your defense is still putting a helmet on helmet.
You're right.
So to speak.
You're right. Impressive to say the least. Back to field action we go. First down and 10 here. So we'll rearrange some equipment here right quick. First down and 10 here for Trevor G. Browne. 2-by-1 on the outside now. And that is number 19 in there at quarterback, Kenyon Hale, the junior, in there for Coach Rangel and the offense. So he's getting some valuable varsity reps here.
I'm like, well, don't turn the lights out just yet.
They're starting to shut it down a little early here tonight at South Mountain.
We got 3 minutes left to go. Don't turn all the lights off yet, even though the lights have dimmed on the Jaguars.
Luckily, you can see we still got our stage light up here,
Yeah,
so we're good right there, folks, right?
We're good, yes.
2nd down and 11 here for Trevor G. Browne and Kenyon Hale. Hale's going to hand it off. And penalty flags on the play. Chris Green on the carry that time for Trevor G. Browne. And there you see number 27 getting into the fray. A sophomore running back for Coach Rangel.
So they'll call South Mountain on a face mask penalty. That'll get the Bruins just a little bit closer to that baby blue. .231 to go for the Browne Bruins to get their second victory of the season. They'll snap a 7-game losing streak. They'll improve to 2-7 on the season. The Jaguars will fall to 2-7 after this loss.
We're about 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Trevor G. Browne now a first down and goal from the 6-yard line, we'll call it. Hale in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off up the gut. Still on his feet, refusing to go down is Luis Fierro. And Fierro, another productive member of the offense here tonight for Trevor G. Browne.
Absolutely. Fierro got a touchdown catch in the second quarter. That put them up 32-7. So it's been just a slew of offensive weapons for Browne that they were able to trot out, led, of course, by Eric Washington with his 4 touchdowns on the night.
Fans starting to make their way out here at South Mountain High School this evening. No shortage of school spirit tonight here for South Mountain, no doubt, on senior night.
Oh, absolutely. There's still a lot of the faithful that are still here. They're going to play it out for the last 153.
Oh, yes. Back on offense now, the Browne Bruins. Oh, you hate to hear that.
No.
Especially if you're Coach Byron Evans, one of your team getting tossed. So it happens, you know, frustrations.
Coach Evans looking for some clarification on that.
So there'll be a timeout on the field called by the South Mountain Jaguars and Coach Byron Evans. And there you see him trying to get just a little bit of clarification on exactly what, or maybe why that player was ejected. And we know that there's frustration there, obviously, for South Mountain being down 52-10. But regardless, as you can imagine, Coach Evans right now telling that young fella, you have got to keep your composure. It looks to be Leonard Elliott. Not sure if he's the one that's got removed from the ball game.
I don't know, because he's still in the huddle area with the players. I don't know if he got ejected or who it was.
We want to take a minute here, folks, and thank this year's sponsors of Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. First off, Epic Wings, who is with us for our second year here on Thursday Night Football. We appreciate their support. They had us out for the Thursday Night Football kickoff show in June when we released our Thursday Night Football schedule. Hard to believe we're at the end of that. And, of course, Burrito Express with 6 Valley locations. They are always getting it done. And proud supporters of Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. We appreciate Burrito Express and Epic Wings. Into the end zone for the score. That is Trevor G. Browne's Luis Fierro, and Fierro having himself a night here as well for the Bruins.
Fierro's second touchdown run. Well, 1 touchdown catch in his second touchdown of the game. But wow, they just continue to pour it on as they head towards 60. It's an easy touchdown run for Fierro. Offensive line blocks. He gets free. He sheds tacklers and just scoots into the end zone.
A minute and 36 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. On for the PAT now. This will be Miguel Fierro, who made a beeline over there to the sideline, now comes back out for the PAT. The quarterback will roll out to his right. It's caught and good for the 2-point conversion. The throw from Nico Alvarez to Jarrell Perry, and watch this, a penalty flag on the play. So we'll take a look at the laundry on the field. We're watching the replay here on Ed's cell phone.
Update the score. That's a 2-point conversion. The score is 60-10, Trevor Browne.
60-10, our score, dead ball foul. It's declined. So it'll be a conversion good. 60-10 our score. A minute 36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Wow.
Wow's right. And they called Trevor G. Browne on a personal foul, so they'll assess that on the kickoff. But Nico Alvarez comes out and completes a 2-point conversion to give them 60 points on the night. Wow.
An unbelievable performance here for Coach Rangel and the offense as we welcome you back here into the Thursday Night Football broadcast booth high above South Mountain High School here in Phoenix. It's been a fun night out here, Ed, although a blowout score, if you will, at 60-10, but it's been a fun night of Thursday Night Football here with the senior night and all the festivities going on here at South Mountain High School.
Yes, folks, if you've never come to South Mountain High School for a football game, you need to come out. This is a fantastic atmosphere. The field is beautiful. Just the atmosphere, the camaraderie, the fellowship, and just the love out here. It's a great situation out here. Of course, not a great situation for the football team tonight with this loss that they're going to suffer, but still, it was a fun night for James and I to come out here and broadcast, and the Browne Bruins put on a display. Offensively, defensively, yes. Special teams, folks. You know, every time you watch our broadcast, we talk about the 3 phases of a football team and them all having to be bonded. And tonight it was for Browne, as the special teams got you 3 touchdowns, and Eric Washington got you 4 touchdowns. Luis Fierro got you 2 touchdowns. So offensively, defensively, their defense was great, only holding the Jaguars to 10 points with 1:31 to go at home in their own building. This is a absolutely thorough, near perfect performance.
It really is. And make sure and stay with us following the conclusion of the ball game as we will visit with the Epic Wings player of the game, number 3, Eric Washington for the Browne Bruins. I'll go down there and get that young man following the conclusion of tonight's ball game here. And once again, thanks to everyone who tuned in this season on Thursday Night Football. It was once again a pleasure to bring it to you. Our 3rd season here on the Epic Sports Network of Thursday Night Football. This whole thing started back in 2020 on a differently named network. But 3rd season here, and Ed, it's been a really fun ride here in this 2023 campaign. We've been all over the Grand Canyon State.
Yeah, and we've had some ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations with technology. But, folks, yes, we thank you for hanging in there with us on the nights that the Internet's not working or the power's not being cooperative with us.
Yes.
And sometimes we go in booths where we think the Internet's working, and we get there and we find out that we can't get on YouTube and we can't broadcast.
Or it's blocked.
And we've got to go to StreamYard because we can't get on YouTube the proper way. But that's technology, folks. We're doing our best to bring you the best in high school football action on a weekly basis.
So it looks like we have just about gone final here at South Mountain High School as the last couple seconds tick off the clock. Our final score here this evening, the Trevor G. Browne Bruins 60 and the South Mountain Jaguars 10. Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. We've gone final. Make sure and stay with us for the post game as we will go down and get the Epic Wings player of the game, number 3, Eric Washington of the Trevor G. Browne Bruins. I'll let Ed take it over here for just a little bit, and we'll return in a little bit with the Epic Wings player of the game, Mr. Eric Washington. Stay with us here on Thursday Night Football. The post game show is up next.
Go get him, JP.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun. Greatest workout. Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed. Give us a chance to earn your business. Visit us today at precisionairandplumbing.com.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to South Mountain High School, where the Browne Bruins get a thorough, dominating 60-10 victory over the South Mountain Jaguars. Browne runs their record to 2-7, snap a 7-game losing streak. South Mountain suffers their 7th loss of the season as they fall to 2-7. Ed Cole here with the Epic Sports Network. James Poovey is on the field efforting to get our Epic Wings player of the game, Eric Washington, who had a phenomenal night tonight. 4 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, 2 rushing, and he had a fumble return off a punt return that was blocked, ran it back for a touchdown. So he was absolutely astounding tonight in their 50-point victory for Browne. Let me give you a little bit of scoring as JP is waiting to get Eric Washington. The team is on the field. They're getting their last-second instructions and recap from their coach. They're doing a little debrief, and then JP is going to grab Eric Washington but bring him up here. But scoring got started off by Kamarion McNeil. He ran back a punt that was muffed in the first quarter, put Browne up 7-0. Eric Washington, the first of his 4 touchdowns, had a touchdown run, put them up 13-0. Also in the first quarter, Carlos Quinones with a touchdown catch, put them up 19-0 Browne in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Bakwi Taylor got a touchdown for South Mountain to bring it a little bit closer, 19-7, and then the floodgates opened up even more. R.J. Strickland gets a kickoff return for a long touchdown for Browne, puts them up 25-7. Luis Fierro, one of his 2 touchdowns, he caught a touchdown catch. Absolutely great catch in the end zone where he extended and made a fantastic acrobatic catch to put them up 32-7 Browne. And South Mountain got back in the scoring column. Christopher Corona Rodriguez kicks a field goal to make it 32-10. Eric Washington gets another touchdown catch, puts them up 39-10. They're up 39-10 at the half. In the third quarter, Browne just goes on another scoring rampage. Eric Washington gets that punt return on the block. He runs it back, puts them up 45-10. Washington gets another touchdown catch in the fourth quarter to put them up 52-10. And right as the end of the game, Luis Fierro gets a touchdown run. They get a two-point conversion from Nico Alvarez, comes in, throws a two-point conversion, and that makes the score 60-10. Just a thorough performance, a absolute domination from the Browne Bruins as they get the 50-point victory. 3 special teams touchdowns. The most impressive thing for me, outside of the defense and offense, you can just say it was all 3 phases. We always talk about this, folks. What can a football team do in the course of a football game? Can you get a thorough, a complete performance through 48 minutes of football? And that's what Browne did tonight with 60 points on the board. Your defense holds the home team, the Jaguars, to just 10 points, and you get 3 touchdowns on special teams. Eric Washington, again, explodes tonight with 4 touchdowns of his own. That was just a really great victory as we get ready to bring him up here. We're going to take a break here, folks. Let me get a commercial queued up here. We're going to run a commercial break here, so give me a second because I'm doing everything as we get Eric ready to go here. So I'm going to run a commercial break. We're going to get Eric in here, and we're going to talk to him. So we will be back in a couple of minutes.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun. Greatest workout. Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed. Give us a chance to earn your business. Visit us today at precisionairandplumbing.com.
All right, folks, we're back. Eric right here on the camera. GoPro. We're back with the Epic Wings player of the game, Eric Washington, for the Browne Bruins. Eric, what performance you had tonight. Did you know you had 4 touchdowns tonight? Did the numbers just accumulate? Once you got the first touchdown, then it just snowballed into 3 more?
I always know how much touchdowns I have. Like, I feel like before I came into the game, I felt like I was about to have a big game, and I showed it out tonight.
Why did you feel that you were going to have a big game tonight?
Because our game plan, Coach Rangel, he did a good game plan, and we just executed.
For you to come out, you had 3 special teams touchdowns. That's very rare to see in the course of a football game. What was it about your special teams that was strong? Of course, we're going to bring in R.J. Strickland, the young man that ran a kickoff return, your brother right here. We'll get him in the next segment. But 3 special teams touchdowns. That's incredible.
I just wanted to just make a play for my team. Just because I owed them one, because I dropped a touchdown last game, so I had to make it up.
What was it about your defense only holding the Jaguars to 10 points? That's another great performance as well, to come on the road and only hold the home team to 10 points.
We just played them as a team, communicate. We just did our job.
Did you continue to stay aggressive? We always talk about halftime adjustments. What were the adjustments? Did you have to make many adjustments, knowing that you're already up 29 points at half?
Not really. We just knew that we were beating them, but like we knew they were gonna like come out stronger like the second half. So we just had to make sure we did it on track.
How much fun is it being in this offense?
They're really fun. We just got to do your job.
Of course, and give love to your offensive line. Of course, without them, you can't do what you're able to do. Without those 5 guys up front and whoever gets substituted in for those 5 guys, you don't do what you do.
Yeah, like we struggled all season, but like I knew my fault.
That's all right.
I knew that they were gonna get it together, and they showed it out tonight.
Absolutely. So you're able to break a 7-game losing streak. I know it's not been the season that you wanted, but you still got the victory. Came on the road. You got Betty Fairfax next Friday night. So this is a good win for you guys to springboard you hopefully toward what you hope is another win on Friday night and a great way to end the season for you guys.
Yeah, we just gotta for our seniors. Like, I'm a senior, and I want to just, like, end out the season strong, get us a win for, like, our last football game as a senior.
All right, well, we congratulate you for being the Epic Wings player of the game. We're going to take a break, JP, but we appreciate you coming on. We're going to get RJ in here in a couple minutes, but thank you for your time. That is the Epic Wings player of the game, Eric Washington for the Browne Bruins.
I love Sky Zone because it's the most fun.
I love Sky Zone because it is the greatest workout.
I can jump off the walls and fly with my friends. Most fun.
It gets my heart rate pumping. It tones all my muscles. You can burn 1,000 calories an hour.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun.
Greatest workout.
Most fun. Greatest workout. Jump into fun and fitness at Sky Zone, the original indoor trampoline park.
At Precision Air and Plumbing, we understand that we're all using our homes in ways we never have before. And we are dedicated to making sure that your air conditioning and plumbing are working at peak efficiency no matter what you're doing. When you make the precision decision, you can trust that we're going to hold ourselves to a higher standard and above all, operate with integrity. We're going to protect your comfort with the longest, most comprehensive warranties available, guaranteed. Give us a chance to earn your business. Visit us today at precisionairandplumbing.com.
Folks, welcome back to South Mountain High School. Browne with the big 60-10 victory, their second victory of the season, and we are joined by R.J. Strickland, the young man who busted off a big kickoff return in the second quarter to really put this game out of reach. R.J., appreciate your time. Thank you for coming up here. I know there's a lot of steps to come up, and I appreciate your time. We're gonna keep it real short so you can get on the bus, so you can get on out of here. We appreciate your time.
No problem.
So take us back through that kickoff return. What was going through your mind? What were you seeing on the play as you were able to bust it off down that left sideline and take it all the way to the house?
Really? So I gave it a little stutter step in the beginning, let my block set up, and then I just seen the outside open up, so I just took it, ran full speed, hit it. All my blockers, doing their job. I just hit the outside, and all my blockers did what they got to do, got me loose.
What goes through your mind when you get a run like that? Does everything just block out of your mind, or are you just looking down the field? What goes through your brain as you're getting a long kickoff return like that?
I'm just thinking, take it to the crib. Don't let no one get me. Get to that end zone, score for my team. Help us get the win.
Eric Washington, your brother, had 4 touchdowns tonight. Talk about his performance. He was outstanding.
That's my brother, man. Me and him grew up. We got history together. I love him with my whole heart. That's my man's. I'm just so proud of him. I can't say anything else. I'm just real proud of him.
I love it. Also, you were really good on defense as well. Getting out there, going up against, I believe it was Baki Taylor. Were you kind of matched up with him a lot tonight?
Yeah. Some stuff happened with our secondary, so I had to follow. I was up for the challenge. I'm always ready to step up and help the team, like I said. I feel like I could guard anyone. I feel like I'm the best in the region, really.
Yeah, James and I, we were really kind of marveling at the battles that you and Taylor were having all night long, and you were kind of locking him down pretty much for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, he got that one little crosser, but that's cool.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
You can't shut down everybody down completely.
Yeah, but, win some, lose some. I feel like I got the better of him this week.
To come out here, we talked to Eric about 3 special teams touchdowns. Eric had the 4 touchdowns. Just to have an explosive performance like this, and for your defense to only give up 10 points, a complete performance in all 3 phases of the football team. Talk about that.
Well, like my boy said, Coach Rangel with the perfect game plan. He always. I feel like he's really the best coaches in the state because he's always scheming, knowing what the other team's gonna do, putting us in the best position to win. I feel like everything goes to Coach. He's really the GOAT, for real.
What did you guys talk about on the bus over or even as you were preparing today? I know it's not been the season that you wanted, losing 7 straight coming in here, but what was your mindset coming into this game, knowing you had to break that 7-game losing streak by any means necessary?
Just win. That's all I can say. Win. Go out there, do your job, everyone, firing all cylinders, just win, 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 win. That's it. Just win.
A good road victory, too. It's hard to come into someone else's building and put up 60 points and beat them by 50.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Rangel, everyone firing off, everyone just knowing what to do, getting their job done. It's a great win. Hopefully we can carry it on to next week.
Well, we congratulate you. I know you got to get to the bus. I don't see any of your teammates, so they're probably waiting for you to get on the bus. But, RJ, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on the victory, and we will see you. Are you a senior?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you're graduating, so congratulations on you. We won't see you next year.
Nope.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a minute. RJ Strickland, Eric Washington joining us. Thank you guys for your time, and we'll be back in a second. We'll wrap this thing up.
All right.
Epic Wings, your wing spot since 1982, is now open in Glendale. Our Epic Wings and tenders are fresh, never frozen, and our breadsticks, sauces, and dips are made from scratch daily. It's that tradition of unwavering quality since 1982 that our customers have grown to love and why we have been named Best Wings time and time again. Come visit our newest location at 95th Avenue and Camelback in Glendale. Epic Wings, proud supporter of Thursday Night Football on the Epic Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to burn calories or are on the path to earning your black belt, there is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class that covers exactly what you're searching for. Kids, teens, and adults of all skill levels, ages, and walks of life have turned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for decades. Contact Gracie Baja North Phoenix 480-887-8673 and sign up for your free trial class today.
Gracie Baja North Phoenix. Jiu-Jitsu for everyone.
We welcome you back here on the Epic Sports Network. The end of the post-game show. That was great to visit with those two young guys, and they really produced out here for Coach Rangel and the Bruins. And what can you say about their performance? They really got it done here against the Jaguars tonight.
Oh, yeah, putting up 60 points, only holding the Jaguars to 10 points. R.J. Strickland with that kickoff return. These are some talented young men. Eric Washington with 4 touchdowns of his own. My goodness gracious, when you've got an avalanche like that on offense, defense, and special teams, these are the kind of results that you get if you're the Browne Bruins. You put up 60 points in a 50-point victory to snap that losing streak.
One more week of competition for both these teams. That's it for Thursday Night Football this season on the Epic Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in all season long. Once again, special shout out to our sponsors, Epic Wings and Burrito Express. But we're not done yet with football here this season on the Epic Sports Network. Tomorrow night, I'll have another edition of the Friday Night Red Zone. We got 2 more weeks left of that, and then we're into playoff mode as we'll have 2 playoff games for you here on the Epic Sports Network. Our first and second round game that'll be on Friday night, November the 10th, and then Friday night, November 17th, a second round game here for you on the Epic Sports Network. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, for Jamal Gumo and the rest of our Epic Sports Network crew, including Dallas and Brecken Poovey, I'm James Sweeney saying so long. Have a great rest of your evening, a great Friday night. Make sure and tune in tomorrow night on the Epic Sports Network for the Friday Night Red Zone, and then have a great weekend of World Series baseball as the Diamondbacks take on the Texas Rangers tomorrow night at Globe Life Field. Have a great evening, folks, and we will talk to you again very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and go Epic Sports Network.
Go Epic Sports Network. Go D-backs. Go Suns.
Go D-backs. Go Suns. That's right. It's the best time of the year in sports. All kinds of stuff going on. Have a great night, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Good night, folks.